guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Kudzy Peps channel. So today I am bringing you a video on some things that you should not do to your locks. So if you are on your journey or you are starting your journey, these are some of the things that you should not do to your locks just to make sure that they stay healthy and the journey is pleasant and lovely for you. So these are some of the things that I have learned from watching others, also some of the things that I've personally learned myself when I was starting my journey. And given this information, I have found it really helpful, and it has been something that has changed how I take care of my locks. So the first thing that you don't want to do is to over twist your hair. You don't want to be retwisting too often, which is definitely something that I feel you have to kind of gauge for yourself depending on your hair type, your hair length, your curl pattern, and I feel that this is unique for every person. When I started out my journey, I was advised by a loctician that I needed to retwist every 3 to 4 weeks. Though that made my locks look beautiful, it was a bit too much for me. I did find that often my scalp was quite tender. Second of all, I didn't feel that my hair needed it as much, so that's why I kind of started stretching it to about 6 weeks, then I stretched it to about 2 months. So you kind of, when you're starting your journey, see how far you can stretch your hair and see what works for you, because it may be different for everybody. I know people like Miss Ree who retwist their hair every 3 weeks, and her hair is absolutely gorgeous and that works for her. So I do feel that that's something you kind of have to gauge. Personally, it's not something that somebody can tell you that you need to retwist every so often. There's also people like Danielle Locs who says that they retwist every month. Again, I have just mentioned that every month was a bit too soon for me, but then her locks are absolutely gorgeous and that works perfectly fine for her. Again, this may also be because she's got a bigger size of locks, but again, hair textures, curl patterns, hair types, they differ, so you kind of have to gauge by yourself what would count as over twisting for you and what would work for you to prevent thinning or breakage. So the next thing that I would advise you to do is to stick to, advise you not to do, is to just be bouncing between different products. So people kind of have this misperception that when you start locks, it means that you then can do anything to your hair and your hair will just take it. That is absolutely wrong, and anybody that has been doing that, I do kind of feel that you may have to change your ways, because ultimately locks are just your hair. So in the same way that you treat your loose natural hair, you should just treat your locks in the same way. So if you've got a regime that works for you, try sticking with it and do your best to stick with it. My routine is simple, as I have mentioned before. I wash my hair with the Kudzy Peps African Black Soap Crumble. That gets my hair absolutely beautiful, absolutely squeaky clean and healthy and soft. The only time that I have used conditioner is when I colored my locks to this color, when I used the conditioner that came with a box dye. That is the only ever time I use conditioner. And even until now, my locks still feel soft. I have not suffered from any dryness or any problems since dyeing my hair. And what I do use to moisturize my scalp is the Kudzy Peps Hair Growth Serum, Repairing Hair Growth Serum, and that keeps my locks clean, my scalp itch-free, flake-free, and absolutely perfect. That is all that I pretty much do. That works pretty perfect for me, and I do not have the urge to try any random products because I don't know the effects they may have on my hair. Which leads onto the next thing, is try your best not to use a lot of chemicals into your head. A lot of products contain a lot of ingredients that you may not understand, and that is why I use the Kudzy Peps African Black Soap Crumble, because it contains only 4 ingredients, which are coconut oil, shea butter, palm kernel oil and cocoa ash. These are very, very pure, simple ingredients. And as for the hair growth serum, it is a similar thing. It's about 7 ingredients maximum. Coconut oil is in there, sweet almond oil, lemon peel oil, just basic, beautiful, purest of purest ingredients, just to make sure I do not confuse my hair structure. As some of you may or may not know, I suffer from PCOS. I don't think I'm having any problems at the moment, and God willing, that's the end of that. By God's grace, I don't want to be claiming this thing again, but because of that, I like to keep things very simple and very minimal, because it allows me to trace what's working for my hair and what isn't working for my hair. And if you already are suffering from any hair issues, just make sure you keep your routine as simple and as minimal as possible. So the next thing that I advise you not to do is to use wax-based products. A lot of people that start with beeswax, start their locks with beeswax, they do complain from like product build-up or end up with like white bits in their head. That is something that you want to avoid. So if you can use like water-based products or oil-based products, you will find that this minimizes build-up and make sure that you don't attract any lint. As I've mentioned before, I've not had any problems with lint. And I use my own concoction that will be available for sale very soon. Don't have a date yet, but it will be available very, very, very soon. So the next thing that I would advise you not to do is to retwist your locks when they're dry. When they're dry, then they're more prone to thinning, breakage and damage at the root, because then your hair shaft is not flexible when it's dry. But when you retwist it when it's sorry, I just had a brain freeze. When you retwist it when it's damp, it allows your hair shaft to kind of flex up a little bit, and at the same time it allows you to exercise a bit more gentleness when your hair is wet, because I find that when your hair is dry and you're trying to pull locks apart, that can be very painful and just cause you unnecessary shedding, unnecessary breakage. So what you want to do is you want to spritz the hair with water if you're not retwisting straight after washing your hair, or if you find that your hair is dry, just add something to just make it damp and make it easy to deal with. So the next thing that you don't want to do when you are having locks is you don't want to use like things like I don't know how to say this, but you want to stay out of your kitchen. When I was a loose natural, I used to do things like avocado treatments, banana treatments, egg treatments. Now that I have locks, there is absolutely no way I am doing those things. That is one of the reasons why I haven't used conditioner, because my conditioning methods were absolutely 100% natural and in the kitchen type of conditioner treatments. Now you don't want to be doing this because they get stuck into your locks. Just imagine you put egg into your hair and you're trying to take it out. Baby girl, you're gonna struggle. So you just want to make sure that you stay out of your kitchen just to avoid that problem. And yeah, the next thing that you don't want to do is to style your hair too often. I was victim of this when I started my journey. I wanted my hair to be looking cute and neat and all this kind of beautiful stuff. But as I went along, I realized this is also something that makes your hair prone to breakage and damage. So you want to make sure that you keep your retwisting at a minimum, and also you embrace your hair just in its loose state. So what I tend to like to do now is when I get a fresh retwist, I like to just put my hair into a ponytail, just a simple ponytail, just like so. And that just keeps it neat, and I can enjoy the kind of retwisted, neat look. But as soon as it starts to get fuzzy, I like to wear it down. It's not at a point yet where it can get caught by the seat or by clothes, by anything like that. But I just have to be careful when I'm putting like jewelry on, just to get my hair out of the way. But as soon as my hair is out of the way, I like to just leave it to just do its own thing, just so that I'm not over manipulating my hair and making it prone to breakage. So those are the things I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and I do hope you found it helpful. If you have any more tips that you can give to somebody, if you are on your journey or have been on the journey for a while and you've got any new tips, please do share in the comment section, because any help is always appreciated. And just to mention as well, generally, you know, I do love people's comments, but if I do find that your comments are in any way negative, I just straight up delete. I just don't have any problems with doing that, because any negative energy I'm just not going to tolerate on my channel. And I do feel that generally as human beings, people tend to focus on the negative aspect of things. Even if somebody has done 99% of things perfectly or in a good way, people just love to point out the negative. So I just feel that if that energy is being brought onto this channel, it will be removed. And if you have any problems with that, I'm really sorry, but I'm not gonna apologize for being myself and for not wanting bad energy around me. So yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and God bless. Bye.